Hello students, good morning to everyone. In this video I am going to continue the chapter coordinate geometry. Under this heading I will move on to the topic section formula. In the previous class I have explained how it is derived actually and what is the meaning of the section formula, and also midpoint formula, which is the special case of a section formula. And also I told for you very important thing, remember also the section formula with the ratio k is to 1. Now in this video I will move on to the problems on section formula. Now look at the first question. It is like this: find the coordinates of the point which divides the line join of -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio 2:3. Now let us look at the solution. I have already written the given data. It is like this: the 2 points -1, 7 and 4, -3, they are actually what? A and B. And if you join A and B, you will get a line segment. And you have to divide this line segment in the ratio 2:3. And you have to find out at which point we have to divide this one. Means we have to find out what? P of x, y. The coordinates of P of x, y. So immediately after this, you have to write down what? We know that section formula. We know that section formula. And write down the formula. Okay, P of x, y is equal to, look at here, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the x coordinate, and y coordinate in the same sense, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 whole divided by m1 plus m2. Denominator is the same in both coordinates, only the difference is numerator only. So now look at here. If you want, it is better to mark actually. Okay, here it is actually what? X1 y1. Okay, so and this is what? X2 y2. I think it is not visible for you. If it is not visible, you can write down in pen. If you practice this one for a 2 or a 3 question, then it will become very familiar for you. And here this is m1 2 and m2 is actually what? 3. Okay, just simply you have to substitute all these values, then you will get so the coordinates of P of x, y. Now P of x, y is equal to, okay, I'm going to substitute. Okay, while substituting you should be very careful about m1 m2 x1 x2 y1 y2. Okay, so now look at here only x1 x2 you have to consider. This is x1 and this is x2 actually. Okay, so look at here, first you have to substitute x2 and then here x1, but here first m1 and m2. So now look at here, first m1 means what? It is actually 2 into, and then x2 means what? 4, and then here plus is there, write on plus, and then m2 means what? It is 3 into, and then x1 is negative. Whenever it is negative, put a bracket, it is better, and whole divided by denominator means m1 plus m2 means it is simply 2 plus 3, like this. And then here for the y coordinates you have to consider only y2 y1. Okay, here we are not going to use x1 x2. So now look at here, this is y1, this is y2, m1 m2 m1 plus m2, same thing. Okay, so first m1 and then 2 into y2 means -3. Okay, now put a bracket -3 and then plus, next m2 means what? It is 3, and then into y1 means what? It is 7. Okay, so now the denominator same as it is. Okay, 2 plus 3 m1 plus m2, like this. Okay, so now the next step is simplification. If you simplify this one, you will get the required coordinates of the point P. So now look at here, 4 into 2 it will become 8, and then 3 into -1 means it will become -3, divided by 3 plus 2 means 5, and then 2 into -3 means it will become -6, and then plus 7 3 means 21, divided by 3 plus 2 means it will become 5. So now look at here, P of x, y is equal to 8 minus 3 means it will become what? 5 divided by 5. And then, so now look at here, minus 6 plus 21. So what is the remaining thing? You will get plus 15 divided by 5. Okay, so now you can divide by the denominator actually, and finally you will get p of x comma y is equal to, so it goes once and then here it goes how many times? 3. Okay, so then write on the conclusion. Therefore required point p of x comma y is equal to p of 1 comma 3. Okay, 1 comma 3. So this point divides this line AB in the ratio 2:3. Okay, so there is no there is no need to write down the diagram. So suppose if it is necessary, in some problems it may happen like that. Okay, if you write down the figure, then only you can understand the thing what we have to find out and what is given like that. So that's why here it is not necessary. So that's why if you write on the formula and then substitute, okay, you will get the answer. And then look at the question number 2. Question number 2 and question number 3, so they are similar to that of question number 1. Simply you have to find out what? P of x comma y. AB is given, means x1 y1 x2 y2 is given. Second question is actually from the NCERT example. Solution is already given in the textbook. Okay, and you can verify your answer. And question number 3, so it is from R.D. Sharma textbook. You can solve this one. Okay, x1 y1 x2 y2 is given, ratio 3:2. Okay, and one word is added internally, don't bother about. Okay, so here also it is an internal division. Okay, so means the first question, it is also the case of internal division. Sometimes he may give the word internally, but sometimes he may not give. Okay, don't bother about the word, same procedure. Okay, you can carry on 2 and 3. Now look at the fourth question. It is like this: if A and B are minus 2 comma minus 2 and 2 comma 4 minus 4 respectively, find the coordinates of P such that AP is equal to 3/7 into AB and P lies on the line segment AP. So now try to understand the question here. Okay, so now look at the solution. I have written the given data already. Given it is like this: minus 2 comma minus 2 is the point A, and 2 comma minus 4 it is the point B actually. And here the ratio m1 is to m2 is not directly given to you, remember. Okay, so an hint is given to you and you have to find out what is the m1 is to m2. Now look at here, so this is actually the hint given to you. AP is equal to 3/7 AB. So now let the coordinates of P, means the same section formula, we have to find out P of x comma y. Actually this is x1 y1 x2 y2 is given, but m1 is to m2 is not directly given to you. So now look at the figure. Okay, for this one it is better if you draw the figure. This is the line segment AB. So this is the point here. What are the coordinates? It is actually what? Minus 2 comma 2. Okay, minus 2 comma minus 2, and the coordinates of B are actually what? 2 comma minus 4. Okay, so this is actually what? 2 comma minus 4. Okay, so and then now look at here. AP is equal to 3/7 AB. It is given like this. Okay, if you consider this ratio, now look at here, if you cross multiply AB towards left side, it will become AP divided by AB is equal to 3/7. Now AP means here 3 is present, AB means 7 will be present. Okay, I'm not going to write down here, just look at here. AP means 3. If you cross multiply AB, it will come in the denominator. AB means here 7 is present. So that's why AB means totally it is 7. It is not accurate measurement. Okay, try to understand, it is actually ratio. So that's why AB is 7, AP means 3. So now actually M1 is to M2 means what? It is actually PA divided by PP. So this is actually what? M1 is to M2. Okay, now M1 is very clear for you 3. Now we have to find out what is M2. Okay, so now here it's very easy from the figure, because look at here. So now the whole line segment AB is divided by 7 means we are going to make 7 equal parts this one. Okay, if you make 7 equal parts this one, in this region 3 equal pods are present. Okay, among the 7 equal pods, okay, 3 equal pods are actually present from A to B. And how many equal pods are remaining? Okay, if you remove 3 from 7, what is the remaining number? 4. So that's why from here to here totally 4 remaining parts are present. So that's why P to B totally how many parts are there? 4 parts are there. Okay, so remember, it is not the accurate measurement. It is not like that AB is equal to 7 units. It is not like that, because it is the ratio. That's why I'm going to tell you. So it is totally, I'm going to make this one 7 equal parts, and 3 equal parts are present, means remaining 4 equal parts are present from P to B. Okay, so that's why m1 is to m2 is equal to what? 3 is to 4. From the figure it is actually very easy, but if you want to calculate by theoretically, you have to follow this procedure. So now look at here, I want our actually what? PA divided by PB, that is equal to what? M1 is to M2. Okay, so just recall the derivation of the section formula. What I have written, PA by PB is equal to M1 by M2, means that is the ratio. Okay, so now I'm going to write on this one. Consider so this ratio AP is equal to 3 divided by 7 AB. Okay, like this. So now I'm going to do like this. I'm going to cross multiply AP towards the right side and 3 by 7 towards the left side. If you take this one, it will become what? 7 will come to the numerator and 3 will goes to the denominator, and I'm going to shift AP towards the right side, means cross multiplication. AB is actually present here only, and AP, like this. So now the next thing is I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides. 7 by 3 minus 1 is equal to AB divided by AP minus 1. Okay, so remember the greater length, okay, among AB and AP, which is greater? AB is greater. So that's why I'm going to keep that greater length in the numerator. Okay, so if any problem asked in this tab, you have to should be careful about this one. You have to write on the greatest length in the numerator. You have to arrange the terms like this. Now look at here, I'm taking LCM, it will become what? 7 minus 3 divided by 3. Okay, so now here it will become what? AB minus AP divided by AP. Okay, 7 minus 3 means 4 divided by 3, which is equal to AB minus AP. Now look at here, AB minus AP means in AB I'm going to subtract AP. What is the remaining? PB. Okay, so that's why it will become PB. So AP is nothing but what? PA. Both are one and the same. Now I'm going to take the reciprocal of this one. 4 by, sorry, if you take the reciprocal, it will become what? 3 by 4 is equal to PA divided by PB, and this is equal to what? M1 divided by M2. Okay, so that's why M1 means 3, M2 means 4. Okay, 3 is to 4, the same ratio. Now the next thing is I have written the section formula. Okay, because here it is x1 y1, x2 y2. M1 is to M2 means what? M1 means 3, M2 means 4. M2 means 4. Just a substitution. Okay, it is now it is similar to that of previous problem. I'm going to substitute here. So now look at here. M1 means what? 3. Okay, 3 into x2 means what? x1 y1, x2 y2. x2 means 2, and then plus M2 means what? It is 4, and then x1 means what? Minus 2, and then divided by M1 plus M2 means 3 plus 4, and then next M1 means 3 into Y2 means minus 4, and then plus M2 means what? M2 is equal to 4, and then into Y1 means minus 2. Okay, minus 2, and then whole divided by the same thing, 3 plus 4. Okay, so now the simplification only. So now look at here, it will become 3 into 2 6, 4 into 2 minus 8, and 7. Okay, so next here minus 12, and then minus 8 divided by 7. Okay, like this. So now the next thing is 6 minus 8 means it will become what? Minus 1 by 7, and here it will become minus 20 divided by 7. We can't simplify this one. Okay, so finally write on the conclusion. Therefore required point P of x comma y is equal to minus 1 divided by 7 comma minus 20 divided by 7. Okay, this completes the solution. Look at the next question, question number 5. It is similar to that of question number 4, but in the question number 5, a, b are given to you, and ap by ab is equal to 1 by 3 it is given, but you have to take m1 is to m2 is equal to what? Means pa divided by pb is equal to what? Okay, so PA is equal to, it is 1 already from the ratio itself, but AB means it is the whole length. Okay, whole line segment, it's AB. So but actually I need what in the denominator? PB. So PA by PB is equal to, you will definitely get 1 by 2. You can calculate this one. Therefore M1 is to M2 is equal to, it will become 1 is to 2. M1 is equal to 1, M2 is equal to 2, and then you can calculate the remaining things. Look at the question number 6 now. Find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining 4 comma minus 1 and minus 2 comma minus 3. Okay, so now here A and B are given to you. So line segment joining 4 comma minus 1 and minus 2 comma minus 3 means A is equal to 4 comma minus 1 and B is equal to minus 2 comma minus 3. Okay, now let us understand the remaining thing in the solution. Now look at the solution. I have written already the given points, A of 4 comma minus 1 and B of minus 2 comma minus 3. Okay, so now I have written already the line segment like this. Now we have to find out what points of trisection. Okay, so try to understand the meaning of trisection. So I think you have heard the word bisection. Bisection means what? Making 2 equal parts. Trisection means making 3 equal parts. So now the thing is, you have to divide this line into 3 equal parts. Means if you cut at a one point, okay, the line will get divided into 2 parts. Okay, if you cut this line at 2 different points, then you will get 3 parts, but the thing is actually what? All the 3 parts must be equal. Okay, so now I am going to consider the 2 points. Let us take this one as P and this one as a Q. Okay, so these are the 2 points. Let us imagine if you cut this line at this point and at this point, you will get 3 parts. One is AP, PQ, QP. Okay, and these 3 parts should be equal, but we have to find out what are the coordinates of P and what are the coordinates of Q. Okay, so now I'm going to consider like this. Let the coordinates of P and Q be P of x comma y and Q of I'm going to consider x dash comma y dash. Okay, don't consider x1 y1 because I'm going to take this one as x1 y1 x2 y2, so that's why I'm going to put this one as x dash comma y dash. So now look at the thing. One thing you have to understand here. First I'm going to find out the coordinates of P. So now look at here. So now the ratio is not given to you. Okay, so but you have to understand just by looking at the figure. So now look at here. I'm going to find out what the coordinates of P actually. So now let us forget about this point Q. Okay, means let's imagine there is no point Q. Now just think of A, P and B. So now look at here. A to P, whatever the length is present, P to B is actually double of AP. This is because here there are AP, PQ, QB, they are equal parts, 3 equal parts. Here AP one part is present, but here PQ and QB are the 2 parts and whose length are equal to PA. So that's why what will be the ratio here? Okay, now I am going to ask what is ratio. Okay, here 1 is there, here double of this is present here. Okay, so that's why ratio will become what? 1:2. Okay, here if it is 1 is there, here 2 is there. Okay, from here to here. So now this is actually what, m1, and this is actually what, m2. Okay, ratio will become what, PA by PB is equal to m1 by m2 is equal to 1:2. So now you can apply the section formula. Okay, so now from figure you can write on just like this: PA by PB is equal to m1 by m2 is equal to 1 divided by 2, means m1 is equal to 1, m2 is equal to 2. So now then you need to write on what, section formula. We know that section formula P of x comma y is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, so now x1 y1, x2 y2, m1 m2. Okay, just some substitution and then simplification. Now let us see what will happen. m1 means 1, x2 means minus 2. Okay, put a bracket here, and then plus m2 means 2, x1 means 4 divided by 1 plus 2. Okay, 1 plus 2 comma m1 means 1, y2 means minus 3, and then plus m2 means 2, y1 means minus 1, and then whole divided by 1 plus 2. So now simplification. So now minus 2 plus 8 divided by 3 comma minus 3 minus 2 divided by 3. Okay, so like this. Now minus 2 plus 8 means it will become plus 6 divided by 3 comma here minus 5 divided by 3. Okay, now let us verify this one. 1 into, okay, m1 1 2 y2 minus y1 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3 minus 1. Okay, it will become minus 3 plus into minus 3 minus 2 minus 5. Okay, so now only the x coordinate will get simplified. 2 comma minus 5 divided by 3. Okay, so therefore the coordinates of this point are actually what, I'm going to write on here: 2 comma minus 5 divided by 3. Now we have to find out what are the coordinates of Q. So to find out Q, you can do in two different ways. Okay, now you can consider, now if you forgot about the point P, now we can treat like this: the point Q divides AB in the ratio 2:1. Okay, like this: 2:1. m1 is equal to 2, m2 is equal to 1. This is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. By using the section formula, you can find out what are the coordinates of Q. But the simplest method is, now look at here, if you just consider PB, how can you treat Q? Q will become what? Midpoint of PB. Okay, so that's why if you apply midpoint formula for the points P and B, means if you find out midpoint of PB, then you will immediately get the coordinates of Q. Application of midpoint formula is very easy when compared to section formula. So that's why I'm going to use here midpoint formula. Okay, so now I'm going to write on here. Now Q is midpoint of PB. Okay, PB. So therefore we know that midpoint formula, okay, so now Q of x dash comma y dash is equal to, I'm going to write on like this formula. Okay, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. Okay, then what is the y coordinate? Just addition divided by 2. Okay, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. It's very easy actually, midpoint formula. So now x1 y1 x2 y2 means what? Coordinates of P are actually x1 y1, coordinates of B are actually x2 comma y2. Okay, here don't confuse with A. x1 y1 x2 y2. So now look at it, x1 plus x2 means it will become what? 2 minus 2. So here plus is there, plus into minus, it will become minus, and then whole divided by 2. Okay, like this. And y1 means, okay, y1 here minus 5 by 3, and then plus y2 means what? It is actually minus 3. Okay, I'm going to put the bracket here, and then whole divided by 2. Okay, so now look at here, 2 minus 2 will become 0. 0 by 2 means it is always 0, remember. So now look at here, I'm going to simplify this one, minus 5 by 3 minus 3 actually. Okay, now look at here, minus 5 by 3 plus into minus minus 3. Okay, it will become what? Minus 5 minus 9 divided by 3, and it will become minus 14 by 3. Okay, and divided by 2 is there actually. Okay, minus 14 divided by 3 whole divided by 2 is present, but you can cancel 2 ones and then 2 sevens this one. So therefore the coordinate y will become minus 7 divided by 3. Okay, so now this is actually the required point, and at last you need to write on the conclusion, the required coordinates of P and Q are 2 comma minus 5 by 3 and 0 comma minus 7 by 3. This completes the solution of sixth one. Look at the question number 7th and 8th one. 7th and 8th are similar to that of 6. 7th from NCERT example, solution is already given. Okay, and so question number 8, it's from R.D. Sharma, and try to solve this one, you will get the solution. Okay, it's very simple, and you can solve 7 and 8 question. Now I will move to the question number 9. Look at the question number 9. Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining A of minus 2 comma 2 and B of 2 comma 8 into 4 equal parts. Now look at the solution. In the previous question we have divided a line segment into 3 equal parts, but here we have to divide the given line segment into 4 equal parts. I have written the line segment. Okay, I have to cut down this one into 4 equal parts, means I have to cut this one at 3 different points actually. I'm going to consider this one as a P, okay, and this one as a Q, and this one as R. Okay, so if you cut at these points, then you will get 4 part, 1 part, second part, third part, fourth part, all are equal. PA, PQ, QR and RB, all the parts are actually equal in length, but I don't know what is the length, but they are equal parts definitely. So now I'm going to find out what are the coordinates of P, Q, R. Okay, so now before that write on one line here, let P of I'm going to consider like this, P1 comma P2, Q of Q1 comma Q2, R of R1 comma R2, be the coordinates, be the required coordinates of P, Q and R. Okay, so now look at here. So now first don't try to find out the point P, but you can find out by using the section formula actually, because if you consider the point P, forget about Q and R, if you consider P divides AB in the ratio 1:3, because here one part is there and here 1, 2, 3, 3 parts are there, 1:3. In the same sense, if you consider R, it divides in the ratio 3:1. It divides AB in the ratio 3:1. But if you come to the point Q, now look at it, it is very important. Okay, first I'm going to find out the coordinates of Q actually. Now let us try to understand why. Q divides AB in the ratio what? Here also 2 parts, means it is actually ratio what? 1:1. So that's why Q is actually what? A midpoint of AB. application of midpoint formula is very easy when compared to section formula. In the previous question just I told for you, so that's why don't use section formula in case of dividing a line segment into 4 equal parts. It is better to use a midpoint formula. So that's why I'm going to use here midpoint formula only. I'm not going to use the section formula anywhere. Okay, now look at here, you can understand. Now here you can write on here q is midpoint of AB. Okay, it is very clear. Okay, so therefore by midpoint formula q of q1 comma q2 is equal to, so now you have to write on the midpoint formula. So this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So the same formula you have to write on here, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, so now look at here what will happen. So now x1 plus x2 means minus 2 plus 2. Okay, minus 2 plus 2 divided by 2, and then 2 plus 8 divided by 2, 2 plus 8 divided by 2. Okay, like this. So now it will become 0 by 2, 0. Okay, 2 plus 8 means 10, 10 divided by 2, 10 divided by 2 means it will become what, 0 comma 5. So that's why the coordinates of q are actually what, 0 comma 5. So now I'm going to do like this. Now look at here, now the coordinates of q are noun, coordinates of b are noun for you. Now what can you say about the point or? If you just consider the length qb, r is the midpoint of qb. So that's why if you apply midpoint formula for q and b, you will get what are the coordinates of r. So that's why once again I'm going to use actually what, midpoint formula. So that's why I have written here r is the midpoint of qb. Okay, so therefore by midpoint formula, I'm going to find out what r of r1 comma r2 is equal to. So now look at here, the formula will get changed because coordinates of q are actually what, q1 q2. Here it is actually what, I'm going to consider this one as actually x2 comma y2. Okay, and this one is actually x1 comma y1 actually. Okay, so now the formula will get changed, q1 plus x2, or if you write on the same formula, even though it is correct, but while substituting you have to substitute 0 comma 5 in the place of x1 y1. q1 plus x2 divided by 2 and q2 plus y2, okay, divided by 2. Okay, so then it is equal to q1 means 0 and x2 means 2, 0 plus 2 divided by 2 comma 5 plus 8. Okay, 5 plus 8 divided by 2. Okay, so then it will become what, 0 plus 2 means 2 divided by 2, and then comma 13 divided by 2. Okay, so this will become what, 1 comma 13 by 2. So therefore the coordinates of r are actually what, 1 comma 13 by 2. And now the coordinates of p will be given by the midpoint formula by applying for AQ, because P is the midpoint of AQ. If you apply midpoint formula for AQ, you will get the coordinates of P, and it is an exercise for you. You have to solve that one. Okay, so once again apply the midpoint formula, you will get the coordinates of P. At last you have to write down the required coordinates of P, Q, R and R are. Write down 0, 5 and 1, 13 by 2, and you have to write down the coordinates of P, what you have obtained. So now one more question is left, actually question number 10, and I'm going to solve that question in the next class, and I'm going to stop today's class. In the next class I'm going to continue from question number 10.